Word on the street is a Cleveland Browns star might be heading to Dallas in a blockbuster trade. This could be the move that makes the Cowboys Super Bowl contenders in 2024. What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to Cowboys Fan Hub, your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. Today, we've got some breaking news that could shake up the NFL landscape. Word on the street is that a star player from the Cleveland Browns might be heading to Dallas in a blockbuster trade. That's right, folks, this could be the move that elevates the Cowboys to Super Bowl contenders in 2024. But who is this mystery player? How would this trade impact our roster? And what does it mean for the upcoming season? Stick around because we're diving deep into all of that and more. Alright, let's get right into it. The player in question is none other than Cleveland Browns star defensive end, Myles Garrett. Yeah, you heard that right, Myles Garrett. This guy is an absolute beast on the field, and if the Cowboys manage to pull off this trade, it would be a game changer for our defense. But how credible is this rumor? And what might the Cowboys have to give up to bring Garrett to Dallas? Garrett is coming off another stellar season where he showcased why he's one of the best pass rushers in the league. His ability to get to the quarterback and disrupt the backfield is unparalleled. Pairing him with our current roster, especially with young talents like Micah Parsons, could create a defensive front that offenses around the league would dread facing. But with a player of Garrett's caliber, there's always a hefty price. Speculation suggests the Cowboys might have to part with high draft picks and potentially a key player from our defense. But is it worth it? In my opinion, absolutely. Now, let's talk about what this could mean for the Cowboys defense if this trade goes through. Adding Garrett would not just enhance our pass rush but would also provide a significant boost to our overall defensive scheme. Imagine having Garrett and Parsons coming off the edges, two of the most explosive defenders in the league, while our interior linemen like Myles Smith and Osa Odigizua clog up the middle. This would give defensive coordinator Dan Quinn so much more flexibility in dialing up creative blitz packages and stunts. One area where the Cowboys have needed improvement is consistency in putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks. We've seen flashes of brilliance from Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and others, but bringing in Garrett would make this defense elite. It could also help alleviate some of the burden on our secondary by forcing quarterbacks into making quick decisions, leading to more turnovers. This move would signal the beginning of a new era for the Cowboys defense, one where we could genuinely claim to have the best front seven in the NFL. Of course, acquiring a player like Myles Garrett doesn't happen in a vacuum. There will be ripple effects throughout the roster. First and foremost, the salary cap. Garrett's contract is massive, and fitting it into our cap space will require some maneuvering. This might mean restructuring deals, cutting ties with certain veterans, or making some tough decisions regarding upcoming free agents like CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. The front office will need to be smart in how they manage this, but the potential payoff is huge. Then there's the question of who we might lose in the process. Some reports suggest that the Browns could be interested in a package deal that includes a couple of high draft picks and perhaps a key defensive player, maybe someone like Trayvon Diggs or even Leighton Vander Esch. While it's never easy to part with talent, the addition of Garrett might make these sacrifices worth it in the grand scheme of things. And let's not forget the young guys on our roster, players like Myles Smith, who could learn a ton from a veteran like Garrett and elevate their own games. So what does all this mean for the Cowboys' 2024 season? Well, if this trade goes down, it would solidify the Cowboys as one of the favorites in the NFC. The NFC East is always competitive, but adding Garrett to our roster could give us the edge we need to not just win the division but make a deep playoff run. The NFL has been dreading a powerhouse Cowboys team, and this could be the move that finally puts us over the top. Imagine facing off against teams like the Philadelphia Eagles or San Francisco 49ers with a revamped defense led by Garrett and Parsons. This would give us a legitimate shot at the NFC Championship and, dare I say it, a Super Bowl run. The Cowboys have been building something special for the past few years, and this trade could be the final piece of the puzzle. We could finally break the curse and bring another Lombardi trophy back to Dallas. Now, let's check out what Cowboys Nation is saying about this potential trade. The reactions have been mixed. Some fans are thrilled at the idea of bringing in a superstar like Garrett, while others are concerned about what we might have to give up. I get it, trades like this are never easy, and there's always a risk involved. But if the front office pulls the trigger, it's because they believe Garrett could be the difference maker that finally gets us back to the Super Bowl. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it develops, so make sure you're subscribed to Cowboys Fan Hub and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. What do you think, Cowboys Nation? Is Myles Garrett worth the price? Will this be the move that changes everything for the Cowboys? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation going. That's all for today's breaking news update. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay true, Cowboys Nation.